All right, our yogurt is finished setting up in the refrigerator. Hey y'all, I just got my ultimate probiotic yogurt maker as well as the ultimate yogurt strainer. And in this video, I'm just gonna share with you a quick unboxing of what comes in the package. Then I'm also gonna test my soy yogurt recipe in the yogurt maker as well as the yogurt strainer. So stay tuned to see how this experiment goes. And if you're new to my channel, hi everyone, I'm Veronica, a former professional chef turned homemaker, and I love sharing all kinds of small kitchen appliance reviews and tutorials. So I have been having so much fun making yogurt in my Instant Pot. If you haven't seen that Instant Pot video yet where I made soy yogurt, check it out and I'll include a link in the description below. But let's also try, I've been hearing so much about this yogurt maker. Supposedly this is the best one available, so we're gonna put it to the test. I don't eat dairy, so I don't make dairy yogurt, which is why I'm experimenting with all different types of plant-based yogurts, and soy is the best one for making yogurt, specifically for health reasons because it's packed with protein. It doesn't have as much fat as something like cashews or coconut. And to make this yogurt, basically I just used 3 ingredients. So I'm going to be using a container of the organic non-dairy soy beverage from Trader Joe's. This one is unsweetened and it has just 2 ingredients, which are soybeans and water. This has already been heated and pasteurized because it's in this container. So unlike dairy milk where you would normally want to heat it up, I'm going to experiment with not heating it, but I'm also starting with it at room temperature. I'm not starting with cold milk. So that's kind of an important thing to consider because it does take a while for the milk to come to a temperature that you want it to sit in the yogurt maker. So starting with room temperature soy milk is what we're going to try today. And then to get the bacteria going, we're going to use just 2 tablespoons of organic creamy cashew cultured yogurt alternative. This is from Trader Joe's. It's plain and unsweetened. Now, if you're new to yogurt making, I know it seems a little weird to add yogurt to make yogurt, but we need the bacteria that's already present in this yogurt in order to turn our soy milk into yogurt. Then after we've made yogurt with this soy milk, then we can actually go ahead and use 2 tablespoons of that soy milk to make the next batch. Now, I've been adding 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to my soy yogurt to just kind of help thicken it up. Unlike dairy yogurt, it is not as thick and creamy, so the cornstarch does help it set and get nice and thick. So if you want more of a thicker soy yogurt, adding 1 tablespoon of starch. I like cornstarch, but you can also use tapioca starch or even potato starch. And this yogurt strainer is basically to make thick and creamy Greek style yogurt. So I'm really excited to try straining this yogurt after I prepared it in the yogurt maker because I want to be able to make other things with the yogurt. I've actually been making sour cream basically with the soy yogurt that I've been making. And I feel like if I strain it, it would be even thicker for the sour cream. Okay, let's see what's inside this box of this yogurt maker. Now, I purchased this one specifically because it did advertise that you can make non-dairy yogurt with this yogurt maker, and I did notice some of the other ones did not mention non-dairy yogurt. Now, it's actually smaller than I really thought. Here's my hand. You can see the comparison. This is actually good news for me because if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I actually have a lot of small kitchen appliances and I honestly am starting to run out of room. So this is going to be a lot easier to store. Oh, this is cute. Thank you for your purchase. It means a lot to us. Love, Mary J. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so this is a small company, and I really like that they have that personal note. I mean, I love stuff like that. Okay. All right, and I am an affiliate actually for Amazon, so check out the links in the description below for where you can purchase this because it does help support my channel if you are interested in purchasing this. Now here's the Ultimate Probiotic Yogurt Maker, a quick start guide, so let's check this out. All right, it shows how to operate it, safety, fast and easy homemade yogurt recipe, a maximum strength probiotic yogurt, and troubleshooting. And then I also recently reviewed this company's inulin, which is like a fiber that you can add. It's a prebiotic fiber that helps certain types of yogurt. So check that video out too. I'll include a link in the description below for the inulin review. Okay, here's what the inside looks like. Now you can get two different types of containers. This one I got for these larger style containers, but you can also get the smaller individual containers, and you can even purchase those separately, which I think I'm probably going to also do so that I can do some other experiments and maybe make different like smaller batches. All right, so that's what it looks like. If you buy those smaller ones, they fit in there nicely, but these fit in here as well. And these are just plastic lids. You know what these look like? Are Pyrex containers. They're basically, I mean, they don't say Pyrex, but this looks just like a Pyrex container. That's great. Okay, so they actually have a website where they share recipes. It says make 32 unique and delicious recipes with your yogurt, from parfaits to butter chicken or even creme brulee. So that's really cool. I'm definitely going to check that out. All right, so let's go ahead and make our soy yogurt. We're going to go ahead and just do 1 tablespoon of cornstarch into our bowl. Then I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of the milk so that I can mix the cornstarch around so that there's no lumps. I can't believe how easy it is to make yogurt. I wish I would have started doing this a lot sooner because this is not, it's no joke. This is so easy. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons, of some already cultured yogurt. Make sure it says cultured on it. Okay, then I'm just going to mix that around so that there's no lumps. It's easier to mix with a small amount of liquid than it is with the whole container, which is why I'm doing it like this. I'm not trying to add the whole container right away. Okay, it's pretty combined. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest. This carton here is 4 cups of milk. All right. This is taking me basically like 2 or 3 minutes to prepare this. This is so easy. It is gonna sit overnight. It is about 7 p.m. So I'm starting this in the evening before I go to bed. And then I'm gonna wake up and the yogurt should be ready by the morning time. I'm gonna be able to eat it right then if I want, but if I want it even thicker, I'll let it sit in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Now I've gone ahead and cleaned up those jars. Now let's go ahead and pour our mixture evenly into these. Now this is a little different than making in the Instant Pot. In the Instant Pot, you don't have to do a water bath, so you don't have to add water inside of the Instant Pot. But with this yogurt maker, you actually do have to add water. So I am heating a little bit of water on my stove so that I can start at a warmer temperature, and that water doesn't have to wait to come up to temperature in this container. All right, now the instructions say that most store-bought yogurts are cultured for 6 to 10 hours at 100 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So start with 8 hours at 108 degrees Fahrenheit and adjust the time and temperature based on the results of your first batch. So I heated up some water right here it's a little bit over 100 degrees. So I'm starting with like a warmish water so that I'm not using like cold water. And I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this to at least the height of the yogurt in those containers. Let's see how much we put in. Okay, there we go. So we have our water in there. It's about, a little bit over where the yogurt is in those containers. Here's a view from the top. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put the lid on. Okay, so time and temp, we're going to do 108 degrees like they recommended. And let's see, we don't want 24 hours. We want like basically 12 hours is what I've been doing in the Instant Pot. And then hit start, and then we're ready to go. All right, now let's go ahead and unbox this Ultimate Yogurt Strainer. Now, I do have another strainer that looks like this, and I actually use this to strain my soy milks and my nut milks and sometimes juices, but this doesn't fit very well in my refrigerator. It's not really the best strainer for sitting in my refrigerator because it's really tall, which is why I purchased the Ultimate Yogurt Strainer. Now what's really cool is you can actually register for a free lifetime warranty on this strainer, which is awesome because sometimes this strainer, like I had to purchase a second one after using this every day basically for like a few months, which is fine. It's not that expensive and it's much better than using a nut milk bag to strain my soy milks and stuff, but having a lifetime warranty is pretty awesome. And here's just a quick tutorial of how to use this. You basically open it up, you put the yogurt inside, place it into the refrigerator to strain to desired thickness. I've found that that takes maybe a few hours. Then remove the lid and gently scoop the yogurt out of the strainer, and that's it to make delicious Greek yogurt. Okay, so as you can see, this one's much narrow or shorter than the tall one, so this will definitely fit better in my refrigerator. Here's what the inside of the strainer looks like. Like, this is great. This is really gonna be awesome for straining. I almost wanna try and strain my nut milk and soy milk with this to see how that works as well. Okay, when our yogurt is finished tomorrow, we're gonna try and put some in the yogurt strainer and see how it goes. Now this is the Ultimate Organic Inulin Powder. This is a natural prebiotic fiber. So you can actually just mix this into a drink and consume it, but you can also use it to make yogurt, which is in this maximum strength probiotic yogurt. So I think in another video, I'm gonna try and make the soy yogurt with the inulin and see how that goes. That one will need to take 36 hours supposedly to set, and that'll be really fun. So be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want more soy and dairy-free yogurt recipes and experiments in your feed. And then speaking of, I did buy some other yogurt starter cultures that I'm also planning to do experiments with. This is a vegan yogurt starter culture by Cultures for Health. So I'm excited to try that with the soy milk. And then I'm also excited to try this non-dairy yogurt starter by Belle and Bella. This one is also vegan, and this is going to be fun to compare the two yogurt starters to see which one is better.
So it's now the next
but
morning,
we'll do that
and
in
I was
another
pleasantly
video.
surprised to wake up to finished soy yogurt in my Ultimate Yogurt Maker. The bacteria clearly fermented the soy milk, and the bacteria were also active enough to acidify and thicken the yogurt just like I've been doing in my Instant Pot. I did go ahead and check the temperature of the water, and the water reached 106 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I did go ahead and check the temperature of the finished yogurt. The finished yogurt actually reached about 116 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is maybe a little bit higher than desired, but it still seems that it was perfectly fine. I might go ahead and lower the temperature for my next batch. And then to do an experiment, I went ahead and dumped one of those containers of soy milk yogurt into the Ultimate Yogurt Strainer to see the difference between strained versus unstrained. And this strainer is really great. It looks like it's actually going to work really well, so I'm really excited to see. Then I went ahead and put both of the yogurts into my refrigerator to chill, and then I'm going to show you what those look like at the very end. And like I mentioned before, if you're interested in getting the yogurt maker or the strainer, please use my affiliate links in the description below.
All right, our yogurt is finished setting up in the refrigerator. Now we have a Greek soy yogurt and then a regular soy yogurt. Let's just check out the differences between the two. This one has just a little bit of liquid on the top, which is totally normal. And as you can see, the solids set really nicely. Let's go ahead and get a scoop of that. Wow, this looks good. Look how thick and creamy that is. Yes, okay, let's check out the Greek yogurt here. Oh wow, extra thick. This is going to be really good for making nice creamy recipes. Look at that, delicious Greek soy yogurt. Mmm. Well, I hope you found this video useful. Please check out the links in the description below for where you can purchase the yogurt maker, the yogurt strainer, and Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for even more yogurt tutorials. I'm having so much fun making non-dairy yogurts with a variety of small kitchen appliances. Well, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye! Here's a side-by-side comparison of the Greek yogurt and the regular soy yogurt.